Hey guys, how are you? Well, this is just as how the thumbnail said. I got charged more than 200 euros after being to the doctors in Germany. So what happened, what I had was this very bad, painful infection in my tongue. And it got to a point where I just couldn't stand it. I just sit there or I just lie there to go to sleep, and it hurt so much. And my whole tongue was really red, and the skin underneath my tongue was hanging loose. I don't know what's happened, but it's never happened to me before. So I asked a German friend to go with me to the doctors. So I went to a Praxis, which is like an office, the doctor's office. And the doctor, she was very nice. Too nice, really. I'm not complaining. She asked me a lot of questions through my friend because she wasn't fluent in English. So after having to talk with her and having to show my tongue, she suggested taking the cell from my mouth to see what I have, and I was like, yeah, why not? I do that. After that, she suggested taking the blood test, and I was like, okay, is this that severe? But you know, it's just in case. It's this just in case thing. I don't want to have my tongue amputated because I didn't do the right thing in the first place. And I actually asked the nurse how much it would cost, and I think she said around 100 euros. And I was like, oh my god, that's a lot. But she was already ready to put the needle inside my arm. But you know, I was already sitting there and she was ready to poke it in my arm. And again, I was like, alright, I'm really in a lot of pain. I might as well just get this done and see what I have or what I don't. After a week or so, I went to get my results and she said everything was fine. She also gave me like this herbal gargle that I can do 3 times a day, and that was it. After a week, I went to find out what I had, and she told me that I was diagnosed with herpes labialis, which I knew that I had since high school. It's not an STD, by the way, it's just what a lot of people have. I think like 60% of the adults have this. It's like cold sore that you get on your mouth. So I used to get a lot of that when I was in high school, and I was really stressed and I had a weak immune system. I think that just showed up in my tongue this time for some reason. So yeah, that was that. And I asked about the bill, and she said that I'll get it in my mail in, I don't know, a week's time or so. So that was great. But I did not get it in my mail in a week. And what was really annoying is that I had to move out of the house in like 2 or 3 weeks. Before I moved out of the house, I asked my roommate if he can tell me once he gets the bill, and he said okay. So I moved out of the house, and I waited and waited for like a month and a half more, and he still won't say anything. So I just went to the doctors, asked the nurse if I can get my freaking bill if you have it, because I don't want to have to pay it late and be charged more, so I might as well just get over it quickly. And surprisingly, she did give me the bill, in which I don't know where it went. I just have so many freaking papers from the doctors and the bills from the bank and whatever. I just can't find it. And it was like 67 euros. I was like, oh, that's not much. And I paid it that day. I went to the bank. Please send this money to Dr. Wu. They did it for me, and I thought everything was sorted. The end. But maybe 2 weeks later, my lovely former roommate Hans messaged me that he has a post for me, and then that they were having a party in their house that weekend. So I went. Sorry. So I went to the party and I got the bill. And I was thinking the bill was the same thing that I got from the nurse, because I went to the nurse to get the bill, right? Why would there be another bill, a separate bill? So I didn't even open it and kept it for more than a month, basically, in my room. And then a week before, from now on, my lovely former roommate Hans messaged me again saying that he has another letter for me, and I was like, what kind of letter? Can you please just take a picture and show me? And he was like, sure. It was the bill for my results again, so from the doctors or from the laboratory. I think they're separate things. and it said it was like 38 euros. I don't have the bill now obviously because he still has it. I didn't go and get it. So I was like, okay, what is that? So I checked the letter that I got from him before, from the party. Oh my god, that was like, so it's 110 euros and 42 cents that I got charged. And this you won't be able to see because the camera doesn't autofocus. And I was very confused because I already paid for the thing, 60 euros. And now they sent me these two letters with different amounts. But what I found out, I've talked to my friend and he said these are the amounts for what I've got tested. So I got the cell taken off from my mouth. I think that's like 34 euros. And this Rechnung, this bill that I got from the laboratory is the amount that I have to pay for having a blood test. And yeah, they said if they don't find anything, it's not going to cost a lot. But I don't know, there are these separate different elements that they've charged me for. I have no idea what they mean. Absolutely no idea what these single elements mean. I thought about going to doctors to ask them what this is about, like how I ended up having to pay 210 euros. But then I talked to my German friend and he asked his mother, apparently. She works in the laboratory. And apparently she thinks that this is the exact amount that I need to be charged for the test that I've taken. I really wasn't expecting this. I didn't expect those cell taking thing would cost like 4 euros and taking my blood out. All those things would cost more than 100 euros in total. And what's the thing that I paid before from the nurse? That 70 euro thing. It must be from the doctor herself. But even if you go with your German friend, please keep this in mind that they do not know how much they're going to charge you, because Germans here are all insured. Everything's free for them, so they won't be able to tell you or give you an estimate about how much we're going to get charged, right? So just ask the doctor or the nurse, please tell me in advance around how much this would cost, how much this test would cost if I do this. If you're insured, that's really great. In my case, I am insured. In my case, I need to pay the money anyway on my own, and then I collect all these stupid forms, every single thing that I got from the doctors, and the proof that I've paid it, and all that jazz, and all these forms, and then send it to the insurance company in Korea, and then they're gonna see if I'm qualified to get that amount of money back, and then they're gonna put it in my bank account. So it's a little bit annoying, but I hope I really get my money because it's a lot of money, and it turned out that everything was fine. But if you're really ill, just do the test. Just do it. I know that some things are not insured, like bladder infection. I don't know why though. It's pretty common. And also skydiving or some extreme sport. Those, if you have an accident after doing those extreme sport things, you won't be insured. So yeah, this is just a video to tell you guys of how much I was charged after having these tests. It's just a heads up. Don't be surprised if you get 3 bills in your letterbox. It wasn't even at once. It was like did, and even the other one I had to go to the nurse to get. I wonder what would have happened if I didn't go. Even if I didn't go, I think they would have sent it through the mail. So this is it. I hope this was helpful in some way. But seriously, if you feel like something's wrong, just go to the doctors. You might as well be sure that you're okay. This was almost like a story time, but I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching this video, and